Welcome to the class on the past continuous tense, which is also called the past progressive tense. When we talk about the past in English, there are two basic tenses, the past simple and the past continuous tense. An example of past simple tense is she slept, and example of past continuous tense is she was sleeping. So let's understand the difference. When we use the past simple tense, we are referring to something that happened at the specific point in time in the past. And when we use past continuous tense, we are talking about something that continued during a period in the past. Here we are just talking about one action. She slept. And here we are talking about the action that continued. How long it continued? And we want to emphasize that. Okay? Let's look at an example. So, here is a timeline that in the past, this is 8 p.m. in the evening. And let's say that in the past, before this 8 a.m., she was sleeping. You could say she was sleeping from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. When she started and up to 5 p.m. she was sleeping, and this is continuous process and in past, so we use here past continuous tense, like she was sleeping. Now this is the rule of past continuous tense. Subject plus was verb plus first form of verb ing plus object. Was we can use with singulars plus I, and were can use with plurals. Let's know the examples of past continuous. Here these are some examples of affirmative sentences of past continuous tense. She was working in kitchen. He was driving car. I was playing football. They were watching TV. Now I will teach you the negative sentences of past continuous tense and interrogative sentences of past continuous tense. Negative sentences. Subject plus was not, were not, plus first form of verb ing plus object. Examples of this negative sentence is she was not working in the kitchen. He was not driving a car. I was not playing football. They were not watching TV. Rule of interrogative sentences. Was verb plus subject plus first form of verb ing plus object plus question mark. Example: was she working in kitchen? Question mark. Was he driving a car? Question mark. Were they sleeping? Question mark. Was I drinking coffee? Question mark. Now let's look at when we can use the past continuous tense. Continuing during period. So we can use it to talk about an action that was continuing during period of time. For example, Atya was studying all the day. What was the period here in this sentence? All the day. And where is past continuous tense? Atya was studying. Atya was studying is past continuous tense, and all the day is the period of time. Next, continuing during moment. At 11 pm, I was studying. We can also use this tense to talk about an action that was continuing during a particular moment in the past. At 11 pm, I was sleeping. What's the moment in the past? 11 pm. Where is past continuous tense here? I was sleeping. So, when would you say something like that? Well, let's suppose somebody said, "Oh, I tried to call you last night but you didn't answer." And you say, "What time?" And they said, "Around 11 pm." And you say, "Oh, at 11 pm I was sleeping." Okay? Like that. Continuing when interrupted. Next, we can also use it to talk about an action that was continuing when it was interrupted by another action. For example, they were having dinner when we arrived. Now, it has two past tenses. So, this past tense, this action was continuing and then something happened in the middle. But when you want to show that something happened, you want to show was going on at that time, we use past continuous tense. Like, they were having dinner when we arrived. Next, planned action. We can also use past continuous tense sometime to talk about an action that was planned. For example, I was planning to call Aisha, but I didn't have time. It means I was planning to call Aisha, but I didn't have time. So that means at some time in the past you were thinking about that you were planning to call Aisha so we use past continuous here. Now let's look at when not to use the past continuous tense. So in English we have two kinds of verbs: action verb and stative verb. Action verbs like work, study, run, cook. And stative verbs are that describe some kind of state or condition. It could be mental state or emotional state or something else. Let's look at some examples. For example, I was knowing him for many years. Is this correct? No, it is wrong. Because know is a stative verb and we can't use it in this way. So this is wrong. I was knowing. This is wrong. Noor was hating spider. It is wrong to say Noor was hating spider because hate is one of those emotional stative verb and we can't use it in the continuous form. We were wanting to call you. It is incorrect. She was needing to catch her flight. No, that was wrong. Now let's just go back for a second and look at these examples. So in this case, what would we use instead? We would have to just use past simple tense here. Like I knew him. Noor hated spiders. We wanted to call you. She needed to catch her flight. So these were the examples and rules of past continuous tense. In next video I will teach you past perfect tense. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe my channel.